Who the hell is this guy? Yeah, that was some fan film. That was 100% fan film, bro. What the fuck? That right at the end there, the beach and shit. That was like an acolyte kills. You just fucking. That was some. That was fan filmy as f right there. All right, first episode done. What are my initial thoughts? Quite. It started fast, then it went slow. The overall feel doesn't really feel very Star Warsy. The costumes don't feel as robust and expensive as the prequel trilogy, at least so far. They feel thin and they don't feel as form fitting. Um, and heavy, like heavy material. We're gonna start on episode 2 in a minute here, just gathering my thoughts. The green lady just does. I don't know why. It's just the makeup or something just doesn't sell it. You can kind of see her like actual skin color like beneath the green. It just doesn't. I don't know. If you want to make it an alien, put some. They went all out for Daphne Keene, man. They should have just left her the way she is. Just made her look the way she is. But yeah, I don't know, kind of whatever. Let's go on to number 2, shall we? Well, that's done. Uh, Overall, what do I think of the show? Loki, come here, boy. What do you guys think of it? We didn't even know it was home, did you? Hey, little boy. Yeah. Well, what did I think? What did I think? Um, I don't know. Boring. It's like some Scooby Doo adventure, mystery, uh, death, whatever, assassination. But there's so like, why would she leave the vial there? Dumb. I don't know. I don't really like it. Call me a hater. Oh no, he has an opinion. He doesn't need everything spoon feed. No, yeah. Look, I think that they started off real quick. They killed a Jedi. Yeah, fine, all right, whatever. But you know what? You need to be invested. It's not just because they're Jedi. We're invested all of a sudden like that. Right off the bat. Um, just because they carry lightsabers, we're not going to be like, oh my god. No, these are new characters. We have no sort of interest in them whatsoever. So let's try to build maybe a bit of a story about them. Let's try to get a little bit acquainted with the Jedi Council. Where's Yoda? This is only 100 years before the Phantom Menace. He's very much alive, very much there at the temple. So I feel like there's a lot of emphasis and importance on these characters. Like, where is the assassin? She's killing Jedi. It's like, well, the audience says, I don't really give a shit that she's killing Jedi because I'm not really invested in these Jedi. Now if you take this scenario and you switch it into the Phantom Menace, it's kind of the same sort of thing. I mean, you have Darth Maul that returns. Nobody believes Qui-Gon, but we're invested because this is, leading into the original trilogy, of course, but now you're getting more and more far removed, right? So you have Yoda there, you've got all of these new Jedi that we haven't seen before, but you've got Obi-Wan, you've got Anakin, right? So you have familiarity, you are invested in that sense. You have Palpatine, it's leading into within that confines of, the original trilogy. But this one is a whole new thing, so we need to reestablish why are we invested in these new Jedi? Why do we care? Otherwise, we're just going to be left to feel, well, it's just some sort of a murder mystery. That's all it is. It's what's Ryan Johnson's Glass Onion? Something? Knives Out. Knives Out. Well, this one's more like Knives In. So I get, murder mysteries are fun, and I love a good murder mystery too, but, I want to be invested. Like, why do I care? So first of all, I think they're running before they're walking, in my opinion. I think we need to see a little more of the Jedi. We need to be invested in those characters. The ending of episode 1 was absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. I thought that was like literally taken out of a fan. I've seen fan films better than that. She's walking along the rocks on the shore of the beach, and then the guys. What was his line? All like dramatic and shit, standing there on that boulder, like, the Jedi don't understand. I gotta kill them. And then he just looks to the right and ignites his red saber, and it's like, dun dun dun. It's like, next time on Dragon Ball Z. And it's, I don't know. I wasn't buying that one. I think with the Star Wars IP, you need something more than just lightsabers, more than just the Force. You need a really good story, and you need to be invested in the characters. And that number one, right? We have to remember when 77 Star Wars A New Hope came out, we didn't know shit. Our parents didn't know shit about the Force, didn't know anything about lightsabers, didn't know anything about Jedi or the Clone Wars or anything like that. We were sold on this story alone, and I think that that is something that's forgotten because they take the rights to this IP, let's franchise the shit out of it, and just make new stories. Well, I would say, let's get back to basics and, stray away from the CGI as much, stray away from, lightsabers and this and that. We don't need to worry about that as much. Yes, that is the true heart of Star Wars, is the Force, is lightsabers, is good versus evil, and making your own decisions. But at the end of the day, those are all bells and whistles that accompany a very well thought out story that I feel like gets you, to care about the characters, to care about the story in general. And here it's just like any other murder mystery, and we've seen a lot of those, and it's not really anything all that special. So you first need to establish a lot of interest with the kid. So for example, what I would have done is, okay, hey, right off the bat, let's go to Coruscant right away, or even show the village and what happened with the twins. All right, you tell us that there's twins in the first episode, and I mean it's kind of indicative of the trailers, anyways. So why not have us start off when they're kids? They're loving family, blah blah blah. The tropes of everything we go through and we connect with, family values, regular life, happy kids, all that stuff. Then all of a sudden, boom, fire, whatever, however they want to do it, we don't know yet. One of them supposedly dies, the other one gets taken off by the Jedi, whatever happens. Then we can wake up to her on the ship. All right, fine. Then we see in another scene that she has now perhaps killed a Jedi. Holy shit. Or we go to the Jedi Temple and we start from there. None of this flashback shit. We don't need to start off right in there in the middle of the story because we want to get acquainted with the characters first. So what I would do is a very cheap trick, is I would just put Yoda right there in the Jedi Council. Boom. The hard work has been done by George, right? So Yoda is someone that everyone cares about. If Yoda says, hey, let's go out and find this assassin. Find him, you must. Find her, you must. This assassin killing Jedi. Not good it is. Whatever. Everyone's going to be like, holy shit, Yoda wants us to go on this mission. This is Yoda's orders. Bam, let's go do it. At least a little bit more invested right off the bat. And it's difficult. It's difficult to get people invested in characters, but that's character development and that story. So I think that's what's missing in the show so far. Otherwise, it's just like any other murder mystery. You're just adding some Star Wars elements to it.